It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little prison shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did you, that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on, from this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas on.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another Christmas themed build. This time I also wanted to give the MsGryphi 100k challenge a try, and since I wasn't such a big of a Christmas spirit, I decided to make it into a Christmas shop where you Sims can both buy some toys and Christmas trees. Now, if you are new here, then welcome to my channel, of course. I am Serefina, a Pikachu obsessed, proud to be dog mom, gamer girl who loves to make speed builds. If you do like to watch speed builds, then I do of course hope you to consider subscribing if you haven't already. And also remember to click that notification bell so you will get notified whenever I post something new. Now, as for today's speed build, I kind of thought of the toy store of the movie Home Alone 2. That is kind of why I placed all those Christmas items and decorations above the entrance area a bit further in the video. But besides that, I just tried to make this build fit in Windenburg. So that is why this kind of ended up as a Tudor style build as well. As for this build, I didn't really have any more inspiration pictures this time or plans while building this. I just followed my gut and put out a lot of different Christmas decorations along the way. I mean, there are a ton of decorations around this place. So yeah, I hope it gives you the Christmas spirit, or you might just get sick of all the Christmas items. I don't know, maybe. As for the packs that I did use in this build, I tried kind of to keep it a bit pack restricted, so most of you maybe could download it or use it as well without losing too many items. But I still used quite a few packs to get the look that I wanted. I am gonna guess that the most important ones are definitely seasons, of course, with the Christmas stuff and the snow. Get together for all the Tudor stuff and the cafe and all those items that I place. Get to work to make it a retail lot, and the free holiday stuff pack for even more holiday stuff. Other packs that I did use are Discover University, Cats and Dogs, City Living, Jungle Adventure, Parenthood, Toddler stuff, Backyard stuff and Kids stuff. Now, it all kind of differs on how much I used from each pack. I believe, for example, the backyard stuff is only the fence that I put around the Christmas trees outside later on. But I can't really remember if I used any more items from that. I think I actually avoided that, so that if you didn't have that pack, you only needed to replace the fence outside. But I really like that picket fence, so I don't know. I'm not even sure if that is what it is called, but I love that fence, so I decided to just use the fence, and I don't think I touched any more stuff from that pack. As for the kids and stuff, the toddler stuff and the parenthood stuff, those are mostly to give or place the toys inside. The parenthood stuff, I believe I actually used a couple of counters upstairs in the staff area, so in that case also quite easy to replace. And the others, I mean, they all are kind of just smaller items. You can go in the gallery and when you find my build on my page, you will see all the packs that are used. And if you click on the packs that I used, then you get a new pop-up page, and that page will have all items included in this pack and all items used from this pack. And if you click on the used items, you can see what I used, and most likely you can replace them easily anyway if you don't have those packs. But the first 4 are probably the most important. Yeah. Now, as for the store itself, I did make an outside area for a bunch of Christmas trees, the one I'm working on right now, and I think all of them are from the season's packs. I didn't really think of using any of the holiday stuff back, but I kind of like that one a little bit less because it doesn't light up as well, and I really like the color combinations that are on the Christmas trees from seasons. So yeah, there are a bunch of them outside. But yeah, I placed them both the ones that are decorated and not decorated in that area, so you Sims can kind of just buy whatever they want. But I did also size quite a lot of them down, either 1 or 2 sizes down. And I'm not sure how this works in gameplay. I didn't test it before making this voiceover, so I'm not really sure if it works. But then again, I'm more that kind of person who thinks like, I like the look of this, and if just 1 or 2 trees are able to get sold, then that is enough for me. You can just, or at least in the worst case scenario, you could just pretend that your Sims buy whatever tree they like, but in real life they technically just pick that one tree and you take it with you home, and then you recolor it there to whatever you want it to be. So it doesn't really matter if it is the finished decorated one or the one you have to decorate yourself. It's just the feeling that your Sims are out shopping for a Christmas tree. You don't even have to buy one if you put this down as an cafe, since that is also a possibility. Then you can technically not buy anything here, but you could pretend that your Sims are in the shop, and when your Sims do get back home, you can just go in the normal catalog and put it down, pretending that they bought it at the store. So yeah. Now I also wanted to quickly talk about the rules that came with this challenge. So as far as I remember, and I hope I remembered everything correctly, because most of the times they switch up the rules just a tiny bit, but the idea is most of the times the same. So you were not allowed to change the existing walls. So the first room that you saw when I started this video, I did not change any of those exterior walls. I was allowed to make a floor plan, but I wasn't allowed to change the shape. And you weren't allowed to move 2 items, I believe. That counted for the tree outside in front that I kind of placed within a lot of other trees, but the second item was the bookcase inside. And besides that, you were allowed to make as many floors on top of the existing build. Yeah, I think that's it. I choose, of course, to do 1 second floor that is accessible for your Sims, and 1 loft area that is kind of only for the decor purposes if you look at the build from the outside. It is technically usable, but I didn't place the stairs up to the loft. But if you want to use the loft, or if you want to place this build and renovate it to be a normal household or house, then you can definitely get stairs up there. I did make it just as I usually would have done, so I'm pretty sure it's fully accessible if you want to. As for the 2 items that weren't allowed to get moved, for the tree outside, of course, I placed a bunch of trees around it just to blend them in. I also placed the same tree 1 more time a size down, just to make it look a bit more natural. I couldn't really decorate them. I mean, I could have tried, but I wasn't really in the mood for it. But yeah, that's kind of how I handled that item. And as for the bookcase inside, I was a bit sneaky with that one. I did actually build a small room around it and place the get-together walk-in closets on top of them, or in that room. So the bookcase kind of got hidden out of sight. I'm not sure if that was fully allowed, but technically I did not move it. So I just play this game with bb.moveObjects on. So yeah. And I only did this because I really liked having the closet behind the cash register, and I didn't really see the point of kind of switching it up. So I like the cash register pointing towards the entrance, so I couldn't have it on the other side of the bookcase, and there was no point of, you know, keeping the wall open at the other side of the bookcase, because then the bookcase would have been the wrong side around, I believe. So yeah, I just hid it totally, but I didn't move it, so that is kind of a positive, I guess. But yeah, I really liked the fact that the closets behind the register at least looked like more of a storage area instead of the bookcase. So yeah, that's kind of why I chose it. And I get why the bookcase was base game also, so anyone could download this challenge, but still I didn't really like the look of that one. You could technically have changed the color as well, but I wasn't in the mood for it, so I just hide it in the left bookcase. And now I'm not sure if that, or the left bookcase, I meant the left closet, but I'm not sure if that closet is still functional. And if it is, then it might look a bit strange, because if your Sims would open it or go in it or whatever, then there would be this weird bookcase in it. So I just chose to kind of block it off on purpose as well, with some of those storage boxes from Seasons. The other one, the right closet, should still function fine, so it is potentially a woohoo spot if you ever need it. But yeah, that one should just be fine anyway. As for the rest, there was this awkward shape in the back of the building, which I also wasn't allowed to change. So here I kind of chose to do the same divider room, this room. And it was the same trick that I kind of used in the Evelyn Shell challenge that I did for a week ago or something. Where I just formed the room with half walls, so it would still be, or look square-like from the outside, I don't know. And then I lifted up those dividers to kind of look like windows. This way it seemed like the room was closed off and had, yeah, you know, just windows, but actually it's still an outside balcony of sorts. I did use the dividers that came with Discover University, and that's kind of why I ended up using this back again. But yeah, you do also need to keep in mind that this room, or that the room, is still counted as outside as well. So therefore your Sims will get affected if you do have Seasons installed. So they will get cold there, or if you for some reason place this in a hot weather environment, and they will still be overheated there as well if the weather tells your Sims to overheat, I don't know. But yeah, I just used this room as a kind of an extra storage for some more Christmas trees to pick from. Besides that, I did of course place a bunch of Christmas decorations both outside and inside. I mean, I went all out with all the decorations that came with Seasons and the free holiday stuff pack. And as for the downstairs, I also made a cafe area where your Sims can go and drink some hot cocoa and sit down, maybe read a book. I'm pretty sure there are still some bookcases around the place at least. Or they can just bring their own book from home, or the homework, whatever. And you will see that I placed this fully decorated bookcase in a little while as well, behind the closets that are behind the cash register. This bookcase, you will see that I kind of cut out the progress, because I kind of changed my mind later on. This is also the area where I wanted to create the cafe, and even though I knew that, I kind of forgot about the part that I wanted to place a fireplace. And that is kind of why I first thought, this is a good spot for a bookcase, and then I started fully decorating it, and it took me, I don't know, I think this sped up, it still took me like 2-3 minutes to finish that bookcase, and then I threw all of it out, I deleted all of it, and I placed down a fireplace. So yeah, you will see it for a short moment, but I have cut out all of it. But since this is one of the few times that I can use that heavily inspired, Christmas inspired fireplace that came with Seasons and the free holiday stuff pack, I just had to use it this time at least. So yeah, the bookcases can wait for another time, because bookcases I place all the time, but this Christmas fireplace I can just use once per year, or one time, or whatever I should call it, once per year. So yeah, I don't use it enough, so I just placed that one. As for the upstairs, yeah, of course have this little viewing area that looks straight down to the first floor, that looks into the kind of, you saw me place a lot of Christmas decorations behind the windows, in front of the cash register. And that's kind of what you look straight at from the second floor. And besides that, I kind of filled up the open area upstairs with toys, of course. Bunch of toys for both kids and toddlers, and this is also kind of the place where the toddler stuff pack came in handy with some of the kids stuff pack items. So yeah, if you don't have those two packs, you can just, I don't know, place some other different fun toys upstairs as well. As for other items that I placed upstairs, I made the guest bathroom here, not as handy of course, because toddlers need to climb stairs and all that, but yeah, it fit in there. I didn't really have the spot downstairs, since I couldn't really turn that other room with the dividers as windows into a functional room, and it seemed a bit cold to make it into toilet, so yeah, you know, I placed the toilet upstairs. I did not place the new toilet stalls that came at Discovery University, since they are so big and didn't really fit nicely. So I kind of made my own stalls again, as I usually would have done. And I placed actually down 2 potties this time as well, just to, I don't know, give the toddlers a place to go as well, since I kind of made this place very kid friendly anyway. And the last room upstairs is technically meant for the staff, and that's why it has an extra sink and an extra coffee maker and some seatings and bookcases and, you know, all that stuff with the staff only toilet. If you want to run this store, then you could always close that off for guests or customers. But yeah, that is kind of up to you what you do with it. I have not set anything for sale, because in past experience, if I just saved something to my library that had some stuff for sale, it would just bug out, and yeah, I don't know, the game doesn't like it if stuff is already for sale and when I downloaded it back. So I just didn't put anything for sale, so you can just choose yourself what you do with this lot. I will upload it as a retail, but you can also make it into a cafe area, of course, so yeah. But yeah, I think that's roughly everything that I placed in this build, and everything that is to tell about this build, I think. A little fun fact would be that the 2 large doll houses in front of the cash register are also an inspiration from the Home Alone 2 movie, as they reminded me of the kids' houses that the thieves were hiding in the toy store. That's kind of why I just had to place them, or place 2 of them so close to each other, and I found the best spot was downstairs. Now they are facing the wrong way, so children in this game cannot play with it now, but if you want it to be a play area, you can always turn them the other way, of course. But I don't like the way they play with it. The other side is much nicer looking, and that's why I placed them the wrong way, just because I wanted the nice side pointing forward. And I kind of just placed them there to, you know, be for sale. But then again, you can turn them around if you want them to be able to play with them while visiting this lot, or you can keep them this way and just put them for sale. I'm guessing it doesn't really matter when they are gonna get bought. But yeah, I don't know. But with that said, I don't think I have much more to say about this build. It is pretty much straightforward from now on, just trying to fit in a lot of toys and even more decorations, because I didn't have enough yet. For now, if you do want to download this build, you can find it on the gallery under my username Serefina with 3 A's, or under the hashtag SerefinaYT. But all that information you can find back down in the description as well. My older builds will still only be under the hashtag JongWildAndFree. And besides that, always remember to have move objects on before placing any of my builds, just to be sure nothing gets removed. This one is definitely gonna need it. I do hope you still like this build and enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more of my creations, you can always subscribe to this channel or follow me on Twitter and Instagram. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope I see you next time. Bye bye!
Come on in, come on up, come on over for the merriest time of year. Come on up, come on in, get together for a good time, smile my dear. Come on in, come on up, come on over, we'll be dancing round the tree. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. Time is short, we blink and then it's gone. So we better make the most of what we've got. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late. Come on in, come on up, come on over. It's the friendliest time of year. Come on up, come on in, nothing better than to give the gift of cheer. So come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be singing all them songs. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da. Ba 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 da ba ba. Yeah, ba 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 ba. Come on in, come on in. Together, come on in, nothing better. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I Christmas, we're gonna dance.
We're gonna
Okay.
dance, dance, dance. Come on.